Welcome to the Ullmanoch Case Files. Here you will find my collection of the worst this city has to offer. Prepare to step beyond the mist and see what monsters lurk beneath the surface. I wonder, can you tell them for what they are? We begin with Thomas Murray. Thomas Murray had all the opportunities in the world. Not only was he effortlessly charming, but he was born with a brain that absorbed information like a sponge. Pair that with a set of absurdly wealthy parents and the best schools that money can buy, and you end up with, well, a genius. And to a genius, everything that us normal people struggle with is just so easy for them. Why bother to put in any effort at all if things just come to you? He is a man, watching the beach as it washes all that he needs ashore. He never needs to move. Thank God that Daddy had the connections he did, or Thomas may have found himself languishing in boredom for the rest of his life. As things were, however, it wasn't long before Thomas's father got him the opportunities he needed to get him involved in reality TV. He was given the opportunity to host Beat My Brain, a massively popular quiz show where competitors would choose their own subject and attempt to beat Thomas's brain in a head-to-head knowledge-off with multiple-choice questions. For a very long time, and to the continuous engorging of Thomas's ego, he remained unbeaten. World history professors and brilliant scientists alike left his stage one after the other in shamed defeat. That was until one fateful day when a middle-aged woman who was nothing more than a store clerk beat him. Her specialist subject? Popular sitcoms. The worst part was that she didn't just beat him, she wiped the floor with him. This broke Thomas to the very core. Of all the things not to know about sitcoms, the stupid banality of it all infuriated him. He tried to move past it, but found he could not. Night after night he spent immersing himself with every episode he could get his hands on. He didn't sleep, didn't eat, hardly did anything. Friends, Cheers, Community, How I Met Your Mother, The Big Bang Theory, Golden Girls, and many, many, many more. He consumed them all. He knew his Abeds from his Sheldons, knew his theories behind if they were on a break or not, and knew that there was always money in the banana stand. He knew all this and everything in between. By the time he was done, there was no gap in his sitcom knowledge. But sadly, this was not the end. Next, he was beaten by a man whose specialist subject was My Little Pony. After that, it was a spotty damn teen and Power Rangers. The executives were beginning to see the trend here. They were ready to pull the plug, but Thomas outright held his ground. He propped up the show with his own money and then very suddenly disappeared. When he returned several weeks later, he was a changed man, driven and focused, his mind more full of facts than ever before. It did not matter the subject. He knew it back to front and sideways. He knew it all, from pop culture to scientific theory and feeding habits of anteaters and everything in between that and more. What's more, his focus and determination did not fade. He continued to absorb information with each day, forgoing real life to read and watch night after night. But with his growing intelligence grew a dark shadow in his eyes. The more he won, the more disdainful he grew of the contestants. He had proven utterly that it was possible to learn everything, to absorb everything. Their lack of knowledge, therefore, was like laziness to him, especially that it was in their own specialist subject. It became disgusting to him, evidence of their weakness and unsuitability to take up his time. He began to become cruel, insulting contestants to their faces when they got questions wrong, and taking long amounts of time to educate them on why they were so stupid. But no matter how ruthless he was, they never bloody put the effort in to learn. It was then that the murders began. It was their own fault, really. People found butchered in their homes, letters of the alphabet painted in blood, seemingly randomly at the scene of each crime. The worst part was the circumstance of the murder, as many of them were found partially consumed. It was a young detective who put it all together. All of the victims you see were former contestants on Thomas's show, and the letters on the walls corresponded to the correct answer of the question they had gotten wrong. Thomas was brought to trial, and the plug was pulled on his show, but it needn't have mattered. Daddy stepped in again, and with money and great lawyers, Thomas was able to leave as a free man. His parents were found dead several weeks later. The word guilty was painted all over the house, along with cryptic lines of trivia. In his mother's bedroom, they found the words, "An octopus has 9 brains in its body." In his father's study, "A Roman sentry only has 80 men." Thomas was never found or seen again since, but there's still talk of bodies found half-eaten in the street, and of a hungry questioner who walks the streets at night. If he stops you, then I hope you have your wits about you, or it is very likely that you will not escape with your life. Thank you for watching the Ullmanoch Case Files. Write in the comments below what rift you believe that Thomas is, and tune in next episode to meet more of the worst of Ullmanoch. And watch your back out there.